Today, writers, we're going to use a mentor text to write a poem the same way we have used mentor text to help us with our narrative and informational writing. We're returning to one of the poems we read the first week of distance learning, The Pencil Sharpener. First, we will read the poem. Second, we will figure what phrases the author used to put a picture in the reader's mind. And last, we will try to figure out how the author, Zoe Ryder White, did this so we can try the same move. So the poem is Pencil Sharpener by Zoe Ryder White. I think there are 100 bees inside the pencil sharpener, and they buzz and buzz and buzz until my point is sharp. Notice how she picked a common object, a pencil sharpener. So let's examine this. I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to go to this one. And she used just a common object, the pencil sharpener. And then she thought about, I'm looking here, it says, I think there are 100 bees. So we have this comparison of the bees and the sharpener. And then here, she used a sound that the bees would be making. And then at the end here, she says, until my point is sharp. So it's basically completing whatever act the pencil and sharpener would do, like its purpose. So I'm going to try this. So let me share my screen. And I'm going to try to use the same lines that she did. I'm going to try to use the same line breaks. So let me think. I have to think of something common. So I want to think of something that maybe would have a sound. So you might want to stop the video while you're thinking about an object for yourself. Let's see, I could do cupboard doors, opening and closing. Maybe a car engine. I know. So my husband Les makes coffee every morning, and he always uses a coffee grinder. So I think I will do a coffee grinder. So I'm just going to title it just like she did, a plain common object. I'm going to put this in the center, and I'm going to make it bigger because it's kind of small. And now I need to think what kind of sound it makes. And I noticed that when Les grinds his coffee, it kind of sounds like a bunch of little rocks, and it kind of sounds like they're shaking. So I'm going to start my line just like she did with the I think. So she has, I think there were 100 bees, but I'm not going to put bees because a coffee grinder doesn't really sound like that. So I think I think it sounds more like little tiny rocks. And I think there's even more than 100. I think there's like 1,000. So I'm going to put 1,000. I think there are 1,000. Oh, let me go back. Tiny rocks. And then I'm going to put inside. She has inside the pencil sharpener. So I'm going to put inside the coffee grinder. And she does her repetition. She uses and they buzz and they buzz and they buzz. So I'm going to put and they shake, shake, shake. And then at the end, she goes back to what the pencil and sharpener does. For me, it's actually grinding up the coffee. So I'll put until the coffee is grinded. So writers, did you see what I did? I thought of the common object that would make a noise, the coffee grinder. Then I thought of the sound it makes and what sound to me it sounded like 1,000 rocks shaking. And then last, I ended it just like Zoe with the purpose of the coffee grinder to grind coffee until it's all grinded. So now it's your turn to write your poem. Remember to type it in the Google Doc you already created for your poems.